and together we're M squared. Today we're here to unbox another book box for you. This one is called Down the Rabbit Hole. This one is for those people who like their thrillers, their horror, and books that don't end with a happy ending. So today we are going to unbox a box for you. And the book is The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. This book is a very dark book. It is about child abuse, so that, you know, if you have any triggers that go along with that, you are well aware. This book is very difficult to get through for your average reader. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the gifts, and Mikkel, go ahead.
So before we get started, I want to go ahead and say that if you've watched us before, especially our video on Once Upon a Book Club, that one of our first box subscriptions we got, they have a concept where you read through a certain amount of pages and they'll have a nice post-it note labeled there, and you open up a gift that goes along with the story. This one does it just like that, but they are not with the same company, but they do have the same idea, the same concept. The only thing different that I could really see is that Once Upon a Book Club usually has it labeled as the page number, while this one, Down the Rabbit Hole, has it labeled as Gift 1, Gift 2. So when you get to the respective note card or a little post-it note, it will say Open Gift 1. So we're going to go and find our first one that says that, which for us starts on page 28. It would look like this. And it says Open Gift 1. And it has the logo for Down the Rabbit Hole. And it says, "They're worried," said Cheryl. "I'm worried." She sighed in expiration. It was very exaggerated. I smiled. There was always something sweetly serious about Cheryl. You just knew her favorite book was Alice in Wonderland. The truth was, I liked her.
Okay, so this is Gift 1. And it is marked with the little sticker. And when you open this, which we went ahead and opened this because we want to read along and go ahead and go through everything so we know what we're unboxing for these ones who mark it along the way. So we have already read this, and it came out to be an Alice in Wonderland. So it is right in line with the story. So Alice in Wonderland, The Adventures by Carl Lewis, is an extra book that you receive with this subscription. Okay?
Okay, so then you read some more, and you get to page 138, and it says Open Gift 2, after you have read Woofer paced around in front of her, running the beam of his flashlight up and down her body. There was a bruise just under the blindfold on her left cheek. Suzanne sat on a carton of canned vegetables, watching. A blue strand of ribbon made a bow in her hair.
Okay, and then you retrieve this box, and it says on it, Gift number 2. And when you open that, along with the story, it is the blue ribbon that was in Susan's hair. So it's a very nice, it's a very high quality ribbon. It's a very nice if you happen to wear ribbons in your hair. So there you go. Book Gift number 2.
So then we go on a little bit more. It's a good way to make sure you're still reading the story. You're usually excited to open it, especially Once Upon a Book Club, since those are more young adult ones and not very dark. You're very excited to open the gifts. With this one, as we get further in the book, the more apprehensive you get with opening up gifts. The more you're like, oh, I hope it's not this and stuff like that. Which will come up after this gift. We have our first one of those where we're like,
As it gets darker.
Yes.
You become a little apprehensive about what it could possibly be.
He smelled salty, sticky sweet, like old bad meat. I didn't stay. I went upstairs. Suzanne was putting together a jigsaw puzzle on the kitchen table. There was a half-empty glass of milk beside her. The television, for once, was silent. You could hear the slaps and laughters from below.
Okay, gift number 3 was a very large gift. It is wrapped in this red paper.
My favorite color.
And then when you open it, you retrieve a jigsaw puzzle
For you to do yourself.
for you to do yourself. And it is so ironic. It says Home Sweet Home on the front of the puzzle. It is so ironic.
So this is going to be the gift that when you get to this one, you're really going to be like, please don't let it be this. Please don't. David, she said, I'm telling you, just leave this be. I want to go then, I said. I want to get out of here. No. I don't want to see this. Then don't look. They were going to do it to her. Woofer had matches. He was heating the needle. I was trying not to cry. I don't want to hear it either. Too bad, she said. Unless you got wax in your ears, you'll hear it plenty. And I did.
Okay, gift number 4 came in this little small bag, which has very nice, delicate detail on the bag. And when you open it, if you read, a little bit further on, you can kind of guess what it might be. This is a very dark gift. It takes you down that rabbit hole of which none of us really ever want to go. It ends up being, for the most part, it's a you don't think of it as anything that's very, detrimental to your life or anything. It is a sewing kit. However, when you read this book, you will never look at a sewing kit the same.
So if you continue on, we got 2 more gifts because this box came with 6 gifts. So there's still a lot of story to cover left. And this is by this point, the darkness is fully settled in.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, you're just hoping and praying it doesn't go the way you think it's going to go. The smell of Ruth's shit was terrible. I'll get us a blanket, said Thomas. He had moved past me. That ring, I said. I pointed. The ring on her finger was Meg's. It belongs to Meg's mother. It should go to Susan now. Can I give it to her?
Okay. That brings us to gift number 5. And as you unbox this gift, you come up with a little ring box. Inside, there is a little ring. And by this point, I was crying hysterically. I was unable to separate fiction from reality at this point. And currently I'm having a difficult time just talking about going on. Go on to number 6.
So for number 6, I'm not going to do the actual page that they put it on because I honestly think they stuck it in the wrong place. I'm going to read the place that I thought it belonged. Okay? Now on the unsettled eve of my 3rd marriage, to a woman who would have been exactly Meg's age has she lived, plagued with the nightmares, all of which seemed to concern failing somebody, carelessly leaving them to the rough mercy of the world, and adding to those names she scrawled along the side of the clippings the names of Dennis and Eddie Crocker, and my own name. I wonder too.
Okay, gift number 6 comes in a black envelope. It has gift number 6 written on the little sticker. And this happens to be a card with a lot of writing. And along this card, I will pass over for you to read.
The average cost of a Down the Rabbit Hole book box gift has been donated to the Sylvia's Children Advocacy Center. Sylvia's Children Advocacy Center mission is to reduce trauma to a child victim of abuse by allowing them to tell their story in a safe, comfortable, and child-focused environment. This program will allow the children to work with a trained forensic interviewer who will ask age-appropriate and non-leading questions. A donation to Sylvia's CAC is an investment in a child in crisis. Your support means children today will have a safe, natural childhood first facility the Sylvia Lincolns never had. This donation not only will support preventative education and awareness campaigns, but will also fund sustainable forensic interviews and investigations of informed abuse or neglect, as well as referrals to medical and mental health professionals in the ruthless pursuit of stopping child abuse before it starts in Boone County. By purchasing this box, you are making a difference. Thank you.
All I have to say is, most of you do not know, I used to be a social worker before I came to Hawaii. And the abuse that was written about in this book brings back those days. I mourn the loss of life that has went on. With the hands of adults on children. In this book, it happened to be majority children on children with adult guidance. I do warn you, this is a very dark book and a place not many humans want to go. However, Jack has written an excellent book that I think many people need to read and rethink the value of a human life. Thank you.
Thank you. Like I mentioned before, if you're interested in buying your own copy or even making donations to this society, I will have it listed down below in the description. Please leave a like, a comment, and please subscribe. Have a wonderful day.